Today is Monday, March 27th, 2023. It's a little bit before 7 a.m. and we are walking Zealand Road. We're right at the Sugarloaf trailhead, which is 52 of the view. I think middle, I don't remember which one. I think north is trailless and then middle and south. I think middle is the 52 of the view. Maybe both. It's good. Easy, short hike. A lot of bang for your buck view-wise. It's just very popular when the road is open because it's an easy hike with a lot of views right near campground. Anyway, we are heading out to do the Zealand Bonds Traverse to Chaslok. It should end up being about 22 miles. And first 3.5 is on Zealand Road. It's easy walking. I'm just gonna get you down here for a little bit of a view out. Lovely. Nice and clear right now. I think it's going to be clear until at least 2 o'clock in the afternoon, if not longer. A little sunrise color on the cloud. All right. We're off. We are 5.5 miles in right now. We're at the Zealand Beaver Ponds. So there's Z Cliff right there. Switched to snowshoes at the start of the trail. And you could have worn snowshoes on the road walk too. There's just a few inches of loose snow down low. But it's been getting deeper. And also some drifts. Now look at how, I don't know if you can tell how thick that snow is right there. This way coming out has bridges over the water crossings. And the last bridge that we crossed, it was like 4 to 5 feet packed snow on the bridge. What a beautiful day it's gonna be. We're a little over 2 hours in. Looks good. We're kind of close to the hut now. I think so too. Like 0.7 maybe less. Which is pretty flat, and then right before the hut you climb. And then right after the hut you climb up to Z Cliff. Alright, we're gonna keep going. This is the water crossing above Zealand Hut. That can be a problem, but it certainly appears to be well bridged.
Famous last words.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's a look down to the water, and it looks like where I'm standing is probably 5 feet thick. Wouldn't you say? That's more than 3 feet right there. Yeah. Okay. So we are the first people out today, and things below the hut were all blown over. So if you're coming out, I'm sorry, I've wandered all over the place. So there's one spot where I just couldn't figure out where the trail went, and if you just kind of hook to the left, follow that set of tracks, that's the right one. Hopefully it'll be pretty obvious. I didn't go way off track, but I did meander briefly. Next stop will be Z Cliff. It's a nice, beautiful day. That's got one of the best views, I think. So I'm excited to get there. Steep climb up. We are at the junction of the Twinway Trail and the view spur out to Zeacliff. This is typically a bunch of bog bridges in this area, and it's very wet. And I can't remember how high up this sign is, but it's definitely not ankle high, which is what it kind of is now. So let's pop out and see. We should have a nice view of White Wall Mountain. Ooh. And the Southern Presidentials and Mount Washington, Kerrigan, the Nancy Range, what else? Tomfield Willie, the Hancocks, I think. Maybe not. We'll take a look. As you can see, the trail is blown in, but it's only a couple inches loose for the most part. So it's certainly not breaking trail. Oh yeah. Oh nice. It's always better in person. Sorry. So there's the Presidentials. Jefferson on the left has a little cloud. In the foreground is Tom, and then Field, and then Willie. Sort of in front of Field is Field West, I think. This is White Wall Mountain. And the snow here is a little clumpy. It's all botting up, I guess, because the sun is hitting it directly. Whew. It's like wearing high heels. There we go. You can see, well, maybe you can see, that just came off the bottom of my snowshoes. It's very body right here. Yeah. Yep, so there's the Hancocks right there. Behind that, I believe is the Osceolas. I think that's Whiteface between Kerrigan and the Hancocks. It certainly looks like it. Kerrigan, Vaux Spurs, the bump on the left. Mount Lowell, Mount Anderson, I think. Nancy and Bemis. Oh, that is Crawford and Stairs and Resolution. Kind of in the center in the distance. I take it back. That must be Sandwich Mountain sticking up between. Yeah, that's what that is. Over here is behind Anderson, and between Nancy and Anderson is past Conway, and then that's a tri-pyramid sticking up between Lowell and Anderson. Anyway, over here, awesome view of the Presidentials. I think the winds were supposed to die down quite dramatically up there and be very reasonable, 15 to 30 miles an hour. Although they were 50 to 70 in the morning. Lovely. We've not seen anybody today. And I don't know, we might not see anybody all day until we get to Lincoln Woods, but maybe we'll hit some people over on the bonds that came in from Lincoln Woods. It's like a 22-mile traverse for us, and it's a 22-mile out and back to do just the bonds and not get Zealand. And it's like 1,000 more feet of gain, or 500 more feet of gain. So we've done it that way, though, so maybe we'll see somebody. Beautiful day. This is Zeacliff. We just left Zeacliff, and this is an area where you can look out and see. This is Mount Bond. This is Mount Gio. And this is Zealand. And then behind it with the snow on it, that is South Twin. And then right here is North Twin.
This is a sign.
Oh, there's a sign. Okay. I was having a hard time finding the trail back there. Okay. Twinway.
And there's also another one there.
And what does that say? That
Can't
says
read it.
that must say Zeacliff
Yeah, man,
View.
Points. Yeah, it must be. Probably.
Oh no, you know what? There's Zeacliff Trail.
Does it start up here?
Yeah, it starts up here and goes down steeply and comes out over near White Wall someplace.
Well, this
On
thing right here that we're
Ethan
on
Pond.
is called the Twin.
Yeah, we want the
Way.
Twinway, so we're just gonna go straight through here. Okay. We are approaching the summit spur for Zealand, and it's just so pretty. I love this section. I like it in the summer too. You get little views out throughout. This is where we came from. The trail is not broken, but it's pretty firm. There's only like maybe 4 to 6 inches of loose snow on top. There's a blaze for the Appalachian Trail at ground level. So this is the trail corridor in front of me. And it had been loosely broken by one person since Saturday night's snow event, which was not a huge event, but once we left Zeacliff, it was not broken anymore. Oh, there's bunny rabbit prints. But it hasn't been anything like the hard work that was done after the last big storm. This is much more manageable, but there is a lot of drifting. In some places you just can't even tell where the trail is, but we're almost there. I'm ducking down because these trees are right in my face. I'm not sure if my last video was corrupted or not, but straight ahead is the summit of Zealand. That's Gio, and right over there is Mount Bond, and this is North Twin with a slide on it. And assuming my last video isn't going to make it on here, we are breaking trail since Zeacliff, and most of it's been pretty easy. I just hit 9 miles right there. It was broken out already from the last huge storm, and then there was some rain, which then froze, and then there was some heavy wet snow, I think, on Saturday night, which appears to have been like 4 inches up here. So there's big drifts, and sometimes it's hard to tell where the trail is, but we're not like doing like knee-deep braking, thank God. But we're almost to the split to go out to Zealand, which is like, I think it says it's 1/10 of a mile, but it's actually shorter than that. Oh man, I sure hope that the bonds are broken out, but we're not going back now. So it is what it is. It is beautiful though. What a day. Straight ahead Zealand. We made it to the spur. It was kind of a lot of work. I'm glad I didn't have to go break a lot. But as you can see, we're gonna go out that way, and that hasn't been touched either, of course. And here's the sign for the Twinway, right at the ground level. And typically there's a pretty nifty sign right here for Zealand, and I can't find it. It's buried. So, all right, we're gonna go out this way to the summit. We made it to the summit of Zealand. This sign is approximately waist height for me right now, and knee height if I stand at the top of this drift. Ooh, and it's totally loose. Geez, I almost just took it right off the tree. There it is. Okay, so my watch says 40, let me tell you, 42.88. Oh, 42.91. Okay. So it's about 6 feet higher than it was out on the trail at the high point. Oh, anyway, here we are, Zealand. Next stop, Gio, and then West Bond, and then Bond, and then Bond Cliff. We're just coming off of the summit of Mount Gio right now. Got a lot of high cloud cover now coming in. There's Mount Kerrigan. What is that? The Hancocks. And then straight ahead is Mount Bond. Actually, maybe that. No, those are the Hancocks. Okay. I can't see on my screen. The white point and then the next one point. That's West Bond. This is just a little sub-peak of Gio. We're going to go right over it. Flume, Liberty, Moosilauke behind Liberty. Franconia Ridge right here. Owl's Head down here in the center of the Pemi. In the foreground is Southwest Twin. Garfield is the point. And then, I don't know. I think that's the bus, South Twin right here. And this little thing might be North Twin. Whew. I gotta put my thumb away. It's cold. Cold breeze. All right, we're gonna keep moving. We had a nice view of the presidentials before, but we came over the hump. It's all gone now. We made it to the spur for West Bond, and thank the Lord, it's broken out. Looks like a single set, maybe two, coming from Bond, and they went out to West Bond. So, thank goodness. That was a heck of a lot of work. You can see it's deep. So if you have any intentions of doing the Bonds or even just Zealand, you definitely need snowshoes. And plus, it's kind of warm now, and in the sun especially, but even not in the sun, we're getting a lot of botting. That makes it doubly difficult. But I think it's got to be better with snowshoes. Plus, this is not consolidated in any way. Oh, I'm so happy that's broken. It's quite slow going. All right, next up will be the summit of West Bond.
Here comes Laura. She's coming up to the very tippy top of West Bond. It's a hard climb, made harder with snow because the snow is slipping out from under us. How do you feel?
Tired.
Yeah, me
Hot.
too. Well, you did it.
We are up on the summit of West Bond. It has 2 points, so there's another point right there, but the near point when you're hiking, the close one, is the one that's the summit, which seems like the opposite of everything in the whites. It's always the hardest thing, the furthest thing, but not on this. So that's good. We are almost 12 miles in to our 22-mile day, and we're 7 hours in. The last 4.5 are flat, essentially. And the 4.5 before that are pretty gentle decline off of Bond Cliff. So we just have a couple more tough miles, if that. Going up Bond is going to be the hardest, I believe. So this is Franconia Ridge, Owl's Head in front, Garfield, Southwest Twin, got all those slides, and then South Twin with the snow, and then Guyot, more slides, Washington, and Clay in the clear. This big hulking thing is Bond. Kerrigan with Mount Lowell to the left of it. The Hancock's Cedar Brook slide. I can't see it on my screen, kind of in the center. Bond Cliff, looking excellent. The Osceolas back here with the slides. Scar Ridge over here. Loon ski area in Lincoln right there. My screen just went dark. The Tri-Pyramids are right there, and that big white thing that you might be able to see is the North Slide. And then Whiteface is to the left of that. And then poking up right there is past Conway. And Chocorua is right there, just the edge of it. Okay. What a nice day, and no wind here. And there's Liberty right there. Moose Lock in the distance right there. Flume is just peeking up behind the second bump of West Bond. Very nice. Nice day. I have not seen anybody today. I guess I didn't know what to expect. It's a nice day. The weather is really good. I think it's the best one this week. So, okay. That's enough of that. We're up on the summit of Mount Bond now. Presidentials. Tom Field Willie, White Wall Mountain, Z Cliff, Zealand, Guyot, South Twin. I think that's the corner of North Twin right there. Is that Galehead right there? Might be. And then Garfield. Up close, West Bond with the snow is the summit right there. And then Franconia Ridge, Owl's Head in front of that. A little bit of South Kinsman sticking out by Little Haystack. Over here we've got Liberty and Flume with Moosilauke behind it. Oh man. Yeah, the sky cover it's got high clouds now, but looking all right. Out here are the bald faces, the double heads, Kearsarge North, Bemis, Nancy, Anderson, Lowell, Mount Kerrigan. I think that's Paugus, next to Passaconaway. The Hancock's up close. Whiteface behind that. Tri-Pyramids on the right side of that. All the same stuff, except you can see Bond Cliff right there. That's our next destination. And then we'll be heading down and out. We made it to Bond Cliff. This rock over here is like where you get your picture taken. It's the iconic Bond Cliff shot. John just went out. I took his picture there. There's no wind, which is really nice. So this is West Bond with all the slides on it. This slide right here is called the guitar slide because it kind of looks like one of those guitars from the 80s. And then Bond right there, of course, the presidentials, Southern presidentials, and Washington and Clay. I don't think you can see Jefferson. Tom Field Willie, bald faces, blah, blah, blah. More of the same. We got the Nancy Range, Kerrigan, Chicorowa right between now, Hancock's. Sky cover is looking a little gray. And then there's our shot down into the Pemmy and across to Franconia Ridge. Yep. Have not seen anybody all day. Somebody came out from Lincoln Woods and went out to West Bond. They were not wearing snowshoes. I was kind of thankful that I thought that that would have helped us, like, because they broke trail, but not really. It was not that helpful. No.
It did show us where the trail was.
Yes. Yes. Things seem to cool down a little too. There's not as much sun, so the snow is in better condition now. All right, so I think the official summit is straight ahead, and then we just go right down right away. We'll be out of the exposure and into the long slog back. I think it's like 9 miles from here back to Lincoln Woods. And it's like 3:15. I was hoping to get here by 3. We did all right.
Yeah.
Considering the conditions. All right. Oh, here we go. One more look. Beautiful. We just exited the wilderness right there. We're on this lovely bridge. And Lincoln Woods Trail, straight ahead. I think it's about 2.7 maybe from here. So we took our snowshoes off at the bottom of Bond Cliff Trail. Could have taken them off before that, for sure. And are going with bare boots because the snow is very wet. All right. So, successful hike. It was a little harder conditions than I had hoped for. But I kind of knew they were going to be not ideal. But we got it done. Franconia Falls. I have not been up there yet.
Take a seat over there.
Okay. We made it back to Lincoln Woods. It's a little bit before 7 p.m. Took us 12 hours and 25 minutes. It's still light out. There's the bridge over the Kink right there. Yeah, and my watch says 22.66 miles, but it runs a little bit longer than Gaia. So I think it's going to be around 22 1/3 miles. Did not see another person all day long. When we got here this morning to drop a car, which I think it was like 5:30 or 5 o'clock. No, I think it was around 5:30. There was one car. I see a car now though. And when we dropped the other car, there was one car at the winter parking. All right, we have to go around. And then we'll be done.